Good morning, students of class 9. I would like to tell you that in the previous classes, we studied the introduction of village Palampur, facilities available in village Palampur, factors of production, types of physical capital, how land is fixed in Palampur, and different ways to grow more from the same piece of land since the land is fixed, and different ways were multiple cropping, and another one was modern farming methods using HYV seeds, chemical fertilizers, irrigation facilities, pesticides, etc. And I have given you many more questions. One thing before I forget, I would like to tell you that I find many of the students are not watching the video seriously and sincerely. They will suffer. They will suffer a lot. When the school reopens, I will check the copies. I will take a small test. Or one important thing, I will proceed the chapters when the school reopens. यानी कि जब भी स्कूल खुलता है तो मैं वहीं से पढ़ाना शुरू करूँगा जहाँ तक मैंने अभी वर्चुअल क्लासेस में पढ़ा दिया है. I can't understand that. I don't understand that just only 10 to 15 minutes video are there and you don't have time in 24 hours. How you will study? You are in class 9. Pay your serious effort. Full heart. Don't be lazy. Okay, we proceed. Today, the topic of today is directly linked to the previous topic. Previous topic was modern farming method, and today we will discuss what was its implications on environment. Environment पर इसका क्या प्रभाव पड़ा? One thing, I have sent you the full chapter file in PDF form. You go through it, you study it, and homework will not be given on the parent portal. Homework will be given during my video. It has been told to you so that you must watch the video seriously. Now, impact of green revolution, impact of modern farming methods का क्या प्रभाव पड़ा? If we come to page number 5, the topic of will the land sustain? क्या जमीन की जो फर्टिलिटी है वो बनी रहेगी? Land being a natural resource, it is necessary to be very careful in its use. We must be very careful. Scientific reports indicate that reports produced by scientists that the modern farming methods have overused the natural resource base. Not used, overused. जितना होना चाहिए था उससे बहुत ज़्यादा इस्तेमाल हुआ है ग्राउंड वाटर का. In many areas, green revolution is associated with the loss of soil fertility. For मिट्टी की जो fertility है, it has been lost due to increased use of chemical fertilizer. What is the reason? Use of chemical fertilizer. Also, continuous use of groundwater for tube well irrigation has reduced the water table below the ground. Water level is being decreased day by day due to the continuous use of groundwater in the farming. Environmental resources, like soil, fertility and groundwater are built up over many years. It takes a long. Once destroyed, it is very difficult to restore them. फिर से उसे restore करना, it's much difficult. We must take care of the environment to ensure future development of agriculture. And now in the bottom box, we see negative impact of chemical fertilizer. Positive impact तो है produces much more. But what is its negative impact? Chemical fertilizers provide minerals which dissolve in water. Chemical fertilizer provides minerals, and that minerals dissolve in water and are immediately available to plants, but these may not be retained in the soil for long. वो मिट्टी में नहीं रहता है काफी लंबे समय तक, वो रीस के नीचे चला जाता है. They may escape from the soil and pollute ground water. वो ground water को pollute करते हैं, rivers and lakes. Chemical fertilizers can also kill bacteria. Useful bacteria. Useful bacteria. Chemical fertilizers kill even useful bacteria and other microorganisms in the soil. This means sometime after their use, the soil will be less fertile than ever before. The consumption of chemical fertilizers in Punjab is highest in the country. सबसे ज़्यादा country में अगर कहीं chemical fertilizer का consumption होता है, तो that state is Punjab. The continuous use of chemical fertilizers has led to degradation of soil health. In that state, the health of soil had been degraded. Punjab farmers are now forced to use more and more chemical fertilizers and other inputs to achieve the same production level. But in that state, farmers are forced to produce much more, to get more income. Now, next topic is how is land distributed between the farmers of Palampur. If you see the pattern on page number 6, picture 1.5, Palampur village distribution of cultivated land. The whole land of village is divided into two parts. Left side small plots and right side big plots. वो small plots छोटे छोटे किसानों के हैं and big plots बहुत बड़े धनी लोगों के हैं. You must have realized how important land is for farming. Unfortunately, not all the people engaged in agriculture. I told you that 75% of working population in Palampur are engaged in farming activity. And the people who are engaged in agriculture, they don't have sufficient land. Not everyone has sufficient land. In Palampur, about 1/3 of the 450 families. I told you that in Palampur, how many families are there? 450 families. That is 150 families are landless. 1/3 of 450, that means 150. 150 परिवारों के पास अपनी कोई जमीन नहीं है, and most of them are Dalits, have no land for cultivation. Of the remaining families जो बच गए, who own land, 250 families cultivate small plots of land less than 2 hectares. Among 450 families, 150 families have no land, 240 families have land less than 2 hectares. Cultivation of such plot does not bring adequate income to the farmer family. इससे बहुत ज़्यादा income होने की संभावना नहीं है. You can see the large number of small plots scattered around the village in the picture on left side. If you see picture 1.5, these are cultivated by the small farmers. On the other hand, more than half the area of the village is covered by plots that are quite large in size. आधे से ज़्यादा जो लैंड है उसमें बड़े बड़े प्लॉट्स हैं, और वो किसके द्वारा है? इन पालमपुर देयर आर 60 families of medium and large farmers. Total 450 families, 150 families are Dalits, those who don't have land, 240 families have less than 2 hectares land, 60 families of medium and large farmers are there who cultivate more than 2 hectares land, and a few of the large farmers, बहुत कम ऐसे किसान हैं लैंड एक्सटेंडिंग ओवर 10 हेक्टेयर्स और मोर, जिनके पास 10 हेक्टेयर और उससे ज़्यादा की ज़मीन है. We started factors of production and we studied the first factor was land, and land is finished today. Now second factor is labor. Once again I repeat, what are the factors of production? Land, labor, capital. Capital two types, working capital and fixed capital, and then human capital. So next फैक्टर ऑफ प्रोडक्शन इज लेबर. पालमपुर में लेबर कहां से आते हैं? आफ्टर लैंड, लेबर इज द नेक्स्ट नेसेसरी फैक्टर फॉर प्रोडक्शन. फार्मिंग रिक्वायर्स अ ग्रेट डील ऑफ हार्ड वर्क. फार्मिंग चूंकि बहुत ज्यादा मैनुअल लेबर की जरूरत होती है. For small farmers along with their families cultivate their own field. Two types of farmers are there: a small farmer and large farmers. Small farmers, since they don't have greater size of land, so they along with their family members they cultivate their own land. They don't need to hire laborers. But large farmers, they don't cultivate their own land, they hire farm laborers. And who are the farm laborers? Who are the farm laborers? First, the farmers, those who don't have land, and second, the farmers who have much less plot, जिसके पास बहुत कम जमीन. यही दो प्रकार के लोग फार्म लेबरर होते हैं. स्मॉल फार्मर्स along with their families cultivate their own fields. Thus, they provide the labor required for farming themselves. Medium and large farmers hire farm laborers to work on their fields. So that you write down the question today. First question is explain the negative impact of modern farming methods or green revolution. In this question you have to describe what are the negative implications on the environment of modern farming methods का क्या negative impact हुआ. You have to explain it in detail. And one thing before I forget, मुझे पहले ही बताना चाहिए था, you just have to make one copy since you have been promoted from class 8 to class 9, so that I have to tell you, class 10 students they already know, you have to just make one copy. I don't want to give you the burden, economic burden. एक ही कॉपी बनानी है, उसी में political science and economics. Like that, one economics is going on. When you finish chapter 1, then political science will be started. Again, economics will be started. So that in my for my period, just one copy you have to make. If it's possible, then buy the fair copy from the shop and do it. Make it fair. Okay. So you will save your time. And second thing, in social science, point wise answer you have to write, not essay. Point wise. Focus it. Listen to it carefully. Point wise answer you have to write. Next question. Describe the negative impact of chemical fertilizers. Describe the negative impact of chemical fertilizer. Next question. How is land distributed between the farmers of Palampur? How is land distributed between the farmers of Palampur? And last, who provide the labor in village Palampur? Who provide the labor in village Palampur? I tell you, for that question, what you have to do, in two parts you have to write the answer. First, you have to tell that small farmers, where do they get labor? And second, large farmers. दो पार्ट में करके लिखने हैं. Homework, you have to do it day by day. Okay? Thank you.